So yeah, I just want to say, I really feel our body is a better barometer of what is good for us than our minds. If we can really go inside and listen. So we're in, our world. It's in sort of uncharted waters, isn't it, of our lifetime. It's a very unusual period. And like any time in our life, any period of any sort, it's our choice whether we wither or bloom, whether we grow from it or we shrink. And it's just our choice. We always choose what we dwell on. We always choose our thoughts, the way we act. I can be lovely to you or I can be miserable. It's a choice always. So it's also, it's such an opportunity, although, it's hard sometimes to see difficulty as an opportunity. It sort of is an opportunity for a simple life, whether we like it or not, because most of us have probably got it. Not all of us, of course. And of course, some of us are actually, struggling with, maybe financial difficulties because of work and, no, mine's stopped, so there's worries and people unwell who we know, or even us, and even dying, or people we know who have died. So it is a challenging time. And that's why I think it's at these times we really have, well, my experience is I have to look deeper inside me. I have to look higher, to something higher, something more, something bigger, and not catastrophize, because that is just going to give us all an unpleasant time. And everybody we come into contact at a pleasant time. And that's not, we're alive still. There's thousands who thought only a few weeks ago they'd be alive, but they're not. But we are, so it's what the best we can do, how we can help ourselves and everybody around. Yes, and I've learned that as humans, as probably you have, only really wake up to what's really important to our soul, to our heart, to sort of one another when tragedy hits. I know from my own life that particularly pain has blessings. You might not, I might not, certainly didn't see it in the beginning. It takes a while to work that one out. And I know that, and actually the first chapter of my book, which, well, hopefully is coming out in July, it depends if the printers are working, of course, but the first chapter is called Even Pain Has Blessings, because it can be such a place of making us look at what's so important, what's really important. Things have to slow down, really. It becomes quieter. Like it is quieter, isn't it? There's less cars, there's less planes. Air feels slightly fresher. My car only gets used once a week now. I think it wonders what's happened to me, and that's just to go shopping. And so, and I obviously don't travel, so geographically my world's smaller. Like I imagine all of us, it's just smaller. And there's an opportunity in all this. There's just more space for my imagination, well, to ideally positively enjoy what is here, what is now, who is here now as well, to sort of stop, stare, to sit in the sun or shade, to watch the gulls sort of hovering in the wind. Yesterday when I was out for a run, sort of like, there was all these gulls just hovering in the wind, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And probably lots of days I would have missed it. I'd been too distracted, but it was really like a work of art. Yet it's just nature doing its thing all the time. Yeah, to watch sunrise, to watch sunset. Just to notice, I'm going to turn my phone off, sorry. You turn it off. Done. To notice that there is a moon, that we have one in the sky and what it's doing. To just enjoy the quiet. And it's from those places, the quieter places and the beauty that we notice, that we can then work with the challenges more effectively. And just like the ways I was talking about making decisions about how to move things forward, whether that's, because of financial difficulty or, illness or death or grieving, or all the life's situations that are much more in our face right now. Yeah, so it's sort of like, just to savor feeling connected more, which I think, it sort of like connects more to everybody on the planet. I think that's certainly really happening now, and it can happen, but we need to engage with that happening. When I'm, when I'm exercising, when I'm walking, obviously I'm giving everybody a really wide berth, but actually, just smile and nod and say good morning and whatever, and almost everybody responds. And I was up in the churchyard at St Martin's yesterday. There's a field, there's sort of footpaths at the end of my road, and that's where I go walking. And I just walked up to St Martin's Church in Mundrum, which I hadn't done before, but I was just in the churchyard and I, had this wonderful conversation with this person walking their dogs. We were about sort of 20 feet apart, but it was fine, and it's just like, that wouldn't have happened only perhaps 2 weeks ago. And then, of course, as some of you were with me, the NHS thing on the Thursday, which is going to happen again tonight, and every Thursday from now on, I was hearing this morning, because I was leading one of these. Actually, last week's one of these was over that period, and we all went down part the way through and did the clapping and the whooping and whatever. And it was, those who did it, it was amazing. You could just hear all around the streets the echo. And it was so beautiful. And I've heard, lots of places in the country from friends where that just happened. And I think it's another way of bringing us together, sort of feeling more connected. Well, not that we ever weren't. we also, I just don't notice these things. And of course there is fear of being physically close to others. But I really feel starting to feel a real more important closeness emerging. That's not to do with proximity. So I'm sort of recommending we don't choose so much distraction at the time and catastrophizing, and it's like don't miss sort of the opportunity of tuning into a deeper aspect of ourselves. We're probably all doing it anyway. I think it naturally happens, and to others.